I mean, he even mentions in there you spit in a cop's face. I mean, I'm a cop. That's a felony. You spit in my face, that's a felony. Why would you, I mean, why are we allowing this? Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike with Fowler Family Farm. Today's video is gonna be about my chickens. I got my chickens over here pinned up in a 20-foot chicken run. It's 8 foot wide, 20 foot long, and they're pinned up, which kind of means they're not free, right? So I don't have free chickens. They're not free range right now, they're pinned up. Do you kind of feel like that every once in a while? Do you feel pinned up or caged up or just not free anymore? I'm starting to feel it more and more as the years go by in my older age, I guess. That's the question of the day. Are we still a free country? Are we still a free people? In a lot of ways we are. Don't get me wrong, we're still free. But I feel like we have lost some of our freedoms. I feel like we've lost a lot of what America was founded on, what America should be and is supposed to be. Sometimes I feel like my chickens, I feel like they've boxed us up, they've pinned us up, they've put us in a corner, and they take away some of our freedoms. They just keep pecking away at us and just keep taking some of these freedoms away from us. This cancel culture, like trying to cancel Jason Aldean with this video he put out. I've watched a bunch of videos on YouTube and Facebook about the Jason Aldean controversy, and I don't see what other people are seeing. I see it, you know, it really is different in a small town. You don't get away with some of that stupid nonsense like you do in a big city. It's crazy that the big cities allow it, but honestly, the big cities produce it. They're the ones that present it to people and say, hey, they're the ones saying do this. You know, we will support you if you do this for some bizarre reason. It's kind of like our country is now, the lie is the truth and the truth is the lie, if you know what I mean. Rules for radicals. Anyway, I digress. I'll talk about that more later in the video, most likely, because it's just not stopping. It's just not, there's no end to this, and it's just going to continue and continue and continue. And unfortunately, we as American people, regardless which side of the political realm you're on, you're going to lose your freedoms if this continues. You're going to lose more and more freedoms. I'm hearing about social currency. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to get started in that. I don't even want to think about it, because if they go through with this, we're done. I mean, our country's done. Like I already said, I digress. I better stop while I'm ahead. A lot of y'all may have already turned off this video. Anyway, we're gonna go talk about my chickens, maybe talk about some freedom. We are Americans. We should be free people, right? Hopefully you agree with that. Okay, so this is the chicken pen I'm talking about. Most of y'all who are familiar with our videos already know that I try to keep them pinned up in here when I'm having predator issues. And currently right now, I'm actually not having predator issues, mainly because my goats are out here and they're keeping most things at bay. Plus my dog is loose most of the time, and it stays back in this area quite a bit as well. So I'm not really having issues with predators right now, but I do have them pinned up so I can show you a quick product. GrubTerra, a lot of y'all have already seen this on other videos. This is 34% protein, 32% fat content in this, and it's a black soldier fly larva. Okay, so it's just like a treat, really, is all it is. Let me zoom in on it real quick here. GrubTerra sent me this just to review it. There's no discount code. I don't have a discount code for this or anything, but I will leave a link to GrubTerra in the description of the videos. Go check them out if you are interested and if you have chickens. I have been giving the GrubTerra treats to my chickens for about the past 5 days now, and they love it. Don't get me wrong, they definitely love these treats, but they really love any food I throw to them. But when I start throwing the GrubTerra black soldier fly larva out down there on the ground, they do go crazy over it and they do like it. So it is something that can boost your protein intake for your chickens a little bit. And I think it's a good treat. So let's go feed them some real quick. Okay, I've got some in my hand here. Get you a quick zoom in here. So I'm gonna see if they'll just peck them right out of my hand. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, that's it, you're done. That was quick. It really didn't hurt, y'all. I was just saying that. But as you can see, they go through them very fast. They know exactly what these are. And they do like them, for sure. I want to throw some on the ground and let you watch them just kind of go after them. Donald's a gentleman. He lets the ladies eat. That's my one rooster. If y'all are new to the channel, that's Donald. Actually, I do have a bunch of roosters over there where the white chickens are. We'll go over there and throw some GrubTerra to them too. I don't feed them a whole lot. You know, I feed them a couple of handfuls at a time because I still want them to eat their normal diet, their normal food. Donald does not like these white chickens, these leghorns. It's weird. He didn't like my old white leghorns either. Okay, Donald, I just talked good about you. Said that you were a gentleman. Cut it out. Okay, so as you can see, the chickens really do like the GrubTerra, the treats. So here lately, I've only been getting 2, maybe 3 eggs at the most per day, and that's if I get eggs. Sometimes it's skipped and I don't get any eggs right now, and I think it's due to the heat. So we'll go check and see if we have any eggs for the day. Probably not. But I think what happened is I switched them food again. I went back to my regular grain, which is only about 14–15% protein. And that's typically not enough. You want over 16 for, you know, to produce eggs, obviously. So what I've done, it's been going on for about 2 weeks now. And so over the past 2 weeks, I bet we've collected, what is that, 14 days, maybe 15 eggs total, maybe 18 if we're lucky. And I was getting 8 eggs a day. Every single day I was getting 8 eggs. I've got my grain. Y'all know it's just right here. So what I've done is I mixed, by the way, I do have oyster shells now that I've put in there. This is meat bird crumble. So it's like 22, I think, 22% protein. And then black oil sunflower seed as well. So I've mixed those two together with my grain so it'll stretch a little further. So basically there's grain, just this grain here. I'll show you it real quick. It looks basically what's in the barrel. It looks like that. But plus I put the 22% protein in here and the black oil sunflower seeds. So this is what I'm gonna start feeding them. I started yesterday, and I think if this is my problem, it's the protein. If that is the true problem, they should start producing eggs every day for me again within 2 to 3 days once it runs through their system pretty well. So we'll check today just in case, but then I should consistently start seeing more eggs. And if I do, then I know it's because of the grain I was feeding them. So y'all did notice Donald's back in the pen with them. I am gonna get him back out because I actually like it. I like him out of there rather than in there. He just does so much tormenting right now. Like right now he's chasing that girl. He's just tormenting several of the hens in there, and I just would rather it not, you know, I'd rather that not take place. So back to freedom, I'll make Donald free. He can be out here free to do what he wants out here. He can leave my laying hens alone. So let's go feed them their regular grain mixture that I just made up. Let's go feed that to them, and then we'll walk over to the white chickens over here. The mixture of chickens, I really don't know what I want to call that. It's a group of different chickens. All right, so I got 1 scoop here. I also feed them a scoop every day when I get home from work, which is 8 in the morning. So they get 2 scoops a day, which is plenty. But I've been letting them out quite a bit as well. So they're getting everything they eat out here, you know, bugs and all that as well. So are you behaving now, Donald? I like to throw everything in just different piles so they can kind of be separated to eat. All right, let's we'll run around on the other side over here and check for eggs real quick, see if we got any for today. Well, hello, Chip. Hey, buddy. Thanks for the view. Hey, Megatron. Hey, Mega. Yeah, you're busy eating, aren't you? So the two of them are keeping up with this little area over here pretty well. This is probably, I don't know, right at a half an acre maybe total. They can't eat all of it down, but they're doing a pretty good job of keeping up with it. I'm kind of glad. That way I don't have to come in here and do any mowing at all. So they're doing pretty well. All right, let's, whew, it's nasty looking. Don't look in there, y'all. Okay, y'all, so no eggs again today. I think it's a combination of the heat, 100-degree weather. Like we had some 103 to 105, 106 days in a row, just consecutively. Over the last 2 weeks, we've probably had, in 14 days, we've probably had half of them, probably 7 of them have been over 100 degrees. So a combination of me switching their feed and the heat, I think has slowed their egg production down. We're right back up to the hot temperature again. Let me go grab this GrubTerra. We'll feed some of the white chickens. So we are right back up to the hot temperatures again. We had a couple of days where it was like 86 and 89, and it felt really, really good, but it's 99 degrees again today. So we're right back up there. And they told us that for the next 10 days, we weren't going to get any rain or any 100-degree temps. It was all going to be 98, 99, but now there's about 4 days with 100 degrees on the map or on the radar. So we probably are going to stay up in the hundreds again. So these chickens are somewhat free. They have some freedom. They got a bigger area. As long as they don't go outside of this fence, they're free to kind of do what they want. Do y'all feel like that a little bit too? Like sometimes you have more freedom than other times? I don't know. Just after going through this COVID pandemic stuff, we lost a lot of freedom. We got some of it back. So that's this penned up in a cage. Now we're in a bigger fenced in yard, and I'm afraid of what's going to happen next year, 2024, with the presidential election going on and stuff. I think we're going to go through another scenario of boxing us in, keeping us in a box, getting ready for, you know, they're going to have to start doing something. So I believe they're going to have to start doing something to limit our movements, our situation, to limit things for us, to keep us, basically to keep us limited. I think they're going to do that just like they did in late 2019, early 2020, and well, really all of 2020 and 21 for that matter. But I could go on for days about this, and that's really not what my channel's about. But if you guys do find this stuff interesting and think I should talk about it more often, let me know in the comments. I don't even get specific with things like I could, but I don't know. Let's feed these chickens some treats. Okay, come on girls and boys. This is boys and girls. So this is I really don't know what to call these chickens. I got the yellow-legged white chickens are leghorns. The grayish blue-legged white chickens are American breasts. And I don't know what some of these other ones are. Just a mixture of Polish frizzles and all kinds of stuff. Let's throw them right here. Yeah, these things go quick. They go fast. They devour them. All right, one more handful. I should start seeing those. I threw them over there to the right. Ooh, that fence is on it, just got me. Dadgum. You want some, Mr. Duck? You want some, Lori? Let's see what Lori does. Well, you gotta eat it. Really? Nothing? Oh yeah, now you eat one. There's a whole bunch there. I guess he didn't like it, or she. There's a whole bunch right here. So I guess the duck didn't like the GrubTerra. or at least it only ate one of them out of a handful I threw down there. So they devour those. They go through them really fast, really quick. That's why it's just a treat. I am going to go ahead and throw their food back out here. I fed them this morning. Like I said, I feed the chickens at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll go ahead and feed one more. Actually, I usually feed them more than the other ones because there's just so many of them. Okay. So when my chickens get hit by this fence, they run back into the barn and stay there for like 5 minutes. Like right before I turned the camera on, this chicken right here got hit by the fence and ran into the barn. Again, here I do the same thing. I kind of put them in different piles so they all aren't right there on top of each other. Tell you what though, since that last video I put out where I told you I've got 2 different chargers now, one for the electric fence here and one for the goat fence. That's made a huge difference in both areas. This fence hits hard all the time now for the chickens, so it does a really good job of keeping them in. Hardly ever does a chicken get out now unless they actually fly over, which none of these chickens have cut wings. If that becomes a problem, I could trim the wings, but I really don't want to have to. I really don't want to have to do that, but they're doing good. But they are doing good. Oh, Brennan and Rosa just got home with my dinner. Okay, y'all, I'll probably wrap this video up. I don't want to keep y'all too long. I just wanted to bring up freedom. I really do, because let me know what y'all think. Are we losing freedom? I didn't get specific with which freedoms we're losing, what we actually are losing. That could be a whole series of videos for sure. But for instance, the Jason Aldean controversy. Why is that video an issue? You gotta be kidding me if you want to cancel someone that talks about that issue. And that, I mean, he even mentions in there you spit in a cop's face. I mean, I'm a cop. That's a felony. You spit in my face, that's a felony. Why would you, I mean, why are we allowing this? I don't know. It's just some odd stuff going on in our country. It needs to stop. That stuff we need to put an end to it. We need to put a stop to it. And everybody as a whole in the country, you know, countrywide, we need to be doing something. We need to be standing up for this kind of stuff. And it starts in the big city, and the big cities need to stop. So he's right when he talks about, you know, try that in a small town, see what happens. You won't get away with it. You really won't. I mean, he's speaking the truth, but they want to act like that's a lie. That's not a lie, it's the truth. And they want to cancel him for it. It just makes no sense. So anyway, I'll get off here. You guys enjoy your day, enjoy your week. I'm shooting this video on Monday, so y'all have a great week, and we'll see you on the next video. Remember, do the good. Okay, y'all, I can't forget Rai Rai. She wanted to be in the video, so we're gonna go check on the puppies. So enjoy this extra minute of video, right?
Yeah.
Say hi, Facebook and YouTube family.
Hi, Facebook and YouTube and family.
Let's go check on the puppies. It's what?
Hot.
It is kind of hot, isn't it? Oh, there's Millie.
Oh, Millie wants to come with us.
You do, you got Bucky, don't you? This is Rhineland's dog, Bucky. He's one of the boys. We went ahead and let Yelena out. Okay. Millie, that's gonna be your best friend.
Yeah, you can have 2 dogs now. I want to hold a gold one.
At the Fowler family farm. Come along and ride with us through this life's journey we go through. At the Fowler